film the video.
Zip it! The ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage is here!
Oh my god! Yes, negativity sells, and it sure as hell makes clicking your thumbnails a lot easier. But I, as a gamer, as a nerd, as a creator, I am so tired of being upset for clicks.
Are you listening?
Strangers from distant lands and friends of old, you've been summoned to another episode of the Nerf Report. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We got a little guest. My daughter's trying to sneak in here. It's time to go to bed, baby. I love you. Sweet dreams. Okay, we'll get you a drink in a second, all right? Shut the door, sweetheart. I love you. No, you got, go watch it on TV. Go watch on TV. I love you, Bubba. Always fun filming out here in the studio. Of course, we're coming to you live from the studio in my garage. Every single week, we come into the studio to talk about what we all love, what we all adore, video games. And we're here to do that once again this week. We got a good show lined up for you this week. I had the privilege of traveling this week. I was in the beautiful McAllen, Texas. I know a lot of times people don't say McAllen's beautiful, but it is a very fun city. Food is fantastic. If you've never been to McAllen, Texas, highly recommend. I think I put on like 20 pounds just by going to McAllen. Definitely gained some weight this week, but hey, I'm not complaining. The food was delicious. McAllen is a great city, and I thoroughly enjoyed the time. I did see that something cool. I think it was kind of cool. Growing up as a kid, I always wondered like how far off we would be until you would see like Star Wars level ships in the sky, right? Like I grew up a Star Wars fan, and I always wondered like, are we going to see a day where the ships are like hovering above and we look up and there's like destroyers and TIE fighters and X-Wings? You know, I was like, that'd be such a cool future to live in. We're going through McAllen and I look up and there's this giant drone, probably the size of my house, but it's got like cameras and it views the border and it tracks everything. But it legit made me feel like we're living in the future because they've got the drone watching there. And anyway, I thought it was cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this week. We got a great show lined up. We got some cool trailers to talk about. A lot of new games that launched this week. Our game of the week, Hollow Knight Silk Song. Man, I'm going to have to get that right before the end of the show. Hollow Knight Silk Song released this week. It is our game of the week. We'll be playing it here at the end of the stream. So definitely hang out for that. And then probably the biggest news of the week. 007 First Light. Sony held a surprise state of play and dropped a bunch of new gameplay footage. The game looks incredible. I want to talk about it this week. But obviously, sound off in the comment section down below, letting me know what you're excited about this week. What has you the most hyped? And as we do each and every week, you know, big shout out to the people who watch this show over on YouTube. Big shout out to the folks that watch the clips on YouTube Shorts over on TikTok. If you're an audiophile and you head over to Spotify or you head over to Apple Podcasts and you put your earbuds in and you listen to this show, wow, you're playing your video games. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your grandma, and obviously become a Nerf Report best friend. Nerf Gaming News Plus, it's a way for us to monetize the channel, kind of invest into the future of the channel, keep these live streams going, invest in new games that we can play on the show. And I wanted to give a quick ad before we jumped in there for Nerf Gaming Plus. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull that ad right up. Did you know that on average, 12 video game podcasts die every single week? Now, is that a real stat? I don't know. I do this show by myself. We can't hire researchers, but with your support, we can avoid becoming another statistic and keep on making really cool content like this show, along with other cool shows in the future. That's right. By becoming a Nerf Gaming News Plus member, you not only help support independent games media, but you help us create really cool gaming content. Because with your support, we're able to hire things like researchers, writers, editors, along with other people who can ensure that we are constantly coming out with the best content possible for you. So, join Nerf Gaming News Plus today. Ah, look at that. Another gaming podcast just bit the dust. I guess we should make it 13. Thank you again to the Nerf Gaming News Plus members. You make the show possible. Really, really appreciate that. If you haven't done so already, consider joining it. Help us financially. But obviously, if you got no money in your pockets, we can't judge, right? This show is held together by bubblegum and shoestrings, so we're in the same boat as you. Hit the like button, share it, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate that. Now, let's talk about the games that released this week. Each and every week, we dive into the video games that launched during the week, and this was a hell of a week for video games. I mean, a big ol' week for video games. We got to celebrate. Monday, September 1st. Monumental day. Not only is it the mark of the beginning of the second greatest month of the entire year, but we had a video game launch on Monday. It is extremely rare for a video game to launch on Monday, and we got a brand new game that launched on Monday, September 1st, in the form of Bad Cheese. This is a horror video game. It's available for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. Check it out. Jumping over to Tuesday, September 2nd, we had a little game called Metal Eden, which is a first-person shooter. That game is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X. Wednesday, September 3rd, you had Hirogami, which is an action-adventure platformer. That game launched for PC, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X. And then moving on to Thursday, big day. First up, Void Crew, action-adventure game. That is now available for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Star Wars Outlaws became available for the Nintendo Switch 2. If you own a Nintendo Switch 2 and you haven't played Star Wars Outlaws yet, do yourself a favor, play that game. I know it got some mixed reviews when it came out. I picked it up. I enjoyed it. I think it's a great game for the Switch. I think it's a great game for any platform. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you got to experience it. It's definitely worth playing. Also on Thursday, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle in the Order of the Giants, which is the DLC expansion for Indiana Jones. That launched, coming out on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Our game of the week, Hollow Knight Silksong. That dropped. That is a Metroidvania. If you've never seen it before, stick around to the end of the show. We're going to play it. Hollow Knight, the first game, whooped my butt. I was not good at it. In fact, I think I rage quit very quickly in. So we're going to see how it is going into Silksong. Hopefully I've gotten better with age, but I highly doubt that. Then we had Hell Is Us. That's an action-adventure game that launched on Thursday for PC, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X. And then we had a little game called Adventure of Samsara. That is another action-adventure game launched for PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Switch, which brought us to Friday, which Friday had a total of 5 games. And again, very solid lineup. Shoot in Order. It's an adventure game that launched for PC, PlayStation 5, and the Nintendo Switch. And then you had NBA 2K26. And this is how nuts this week is, right? Obviously, Hollow Knight Silksong, it should be our game of the week. But on any other week, games like NBA 2K26, Star Wars Outlaws, Indiana Jones, those would be right up there. And then you got NBA 2K26, which is obviously the basketball game. That could be game of the week. If it wasn't for Hollow Knight Silksong, that probably would be the game we're covering. Anyway, the new 2K26 is available for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. Everybody Golf's Hot Shots. If you've never played it, this is a really fun arcade golf game. That is available for PC, PlayStation, and the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to butcher this one, so apologies for the anime fans out there. Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion Vehicle Combat Sim. No, I apologize. Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion. The game is a vehicle combat sim. I wrote that there as like my note, and clearly should fix that. But that's available for PlayStation, PC, Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Switch 2. And then closing out the week is a little bit of a horror game. It's a survival horror game called Chronos: The New Dawn. The game looks incredible. Again, if it wasn't for Hollow Knight Silksong, and if it wasn't for all the other games launching this week, Chronos definitely would have been our game of the week, and I would have been playing into that. And who knows, if we have a slow week next week, we'll definitely probably be diving into that. But anyway, these are the games that launched this week. Let me know. Did you pick up any of these games as they came out? Are you playing any of them? What are you like? What are you not like? Or are you playing a game that came out last week? Sound off, comment section, letting us know. I always get a kick out of seeing what everybody's playing there. Now, obviously, those are going to be the games that launched this week, right? Big lineup, bunch of games to talk about there. But we had some video game trailers that came out this week that I think are definitely worth diving into, and I want to talk to each and every single one of you. So the first one is a game called Supercar Collection Simulator from Kiki Games. And personally, I don't understand these games. There's a bunch of gamers out there that love to act like you're working throughout the day. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying I don't get it. right? Trading card simulator, power wash simulator, lawnmower simulator. That stuff sucks in real life. I don't understand why anybody wants to do it in a video game. But without further ado, let's pull up the trailer. Now, Kiki Games kind of did a cool thing here. Obviously, they copied the idea of Trading Card Simulator and running the store. But instead of trading cards, you've got Matchbox cars, right? And you're kind of running the entire store. You're stocking the shelves. You can customize your own cars and sell them in there. And you got customers that come in and are buying stuff. And you're constantly going through like the rigmarole of going in. One thing that I think is super cool is they did create like a track system where you can race customers and actually like battle your Matchbox cars together. I think that's super cool. But again, I struggle with these games because I have friends that go deep into these games and friends that absolutely love these experiences. But for me, I come back to this idea that I'm like, I come home from work, I've had a rough day, and the last thing that I want to do is boot up a game where I'm responsible for more work on top of that. Like at the end of the day, it's like, how was your day at work, man? Oh yeah, it was great. It was super stressful. What are you going to do this evening? You going to take off some steam and play Call of Duty? No. I'm going to go to my virtual store. I'm going to go stock some shelves, and then an NPC is going to buy everything, and then I'm going to have to stock those shelves again because my life is amazing. I mean, there are so many of these simulator games I lost track. I mean, there's a house flipper simulator where like, hey, forget about changing the batteries in your smoke detectors throughout your house, folks, because we all forget to do that. Let's put those off and not deal with real-world issues. Instead, let's play House Flipper. Let's completely renovate the backyard, right? Let's just get this going. But anyway, game looks cool. Trailer looks cool. If you're into Matchbox cars, obviously this is going to be a big hit for you. But, I mean, also, if you're into, like, these working simulations and you're like, man, I love working every hour of every day, I hope you enjoy this game. Anyway, shout out to Kiki Games. The game looks incredible. It looks super cool, and I'm sure there is definitely an audience for that. Maybe not for me, but there's definitely an audience out there. This next one, I think, is for me. I love survival games. I love open world games. I'm a big fan of Ark, and this game captures everything that's cool about Ark, but instead of dinosaurs and instead of creatures being on an island, you play as a duck trying to survive. So let's go ahead and pull up Duckside. So again, based off the trailer, you wake up on this island, I assume, and you play as a duck. You can chop down trees, gather resources, you can build bases. But what I think is interesting here is, again, like, you can play with your friends, fly across the map, but instead of there being like dinosaurs that are like the threat trying to kill you how Ark has it, there's humans, there's hunters with guns. So like, you're battling hunters, you're battling other clans of ducks. In fact, I don't know, is it a herd of duck? Is that what we're supposed to call them? A mallard or duck? What do you call a group of ducks? I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, the game looks cool. It's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. It's also available for PC. It's got PvP, it's got PvE, you got crafting and base building, and finally a survival game where you don't play as a soldier or a caveman. You are playing as a duck, the hero that everyone has been clamoring for years. But anyway, hey, the game's available. If you think it's cool, let me know down below. If you end up picking it up and it's a gem and we've all been sleeping on it, let us know. But Duckside Early Access, it's available right now over on Steam. Give it a watch. And then our final game, I think, is super unique. I always try to include indie games in here because I feel like the big games, the 007s, the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, they always get so much coverage. And I really feel like it's time to like showcase some indie developers a little bit more and celebrate like cool things that people are making and just weird things. And this next game, I think weird is the perfect definition. Swap Meet is essentially a shooter game where when you take out your enemies, you can swap your body parts out. And anyway, I'm going to stop describing this. I'm going to pull it up to show it to you. So I wrote down some notes. Essentially, players will set out across a suite of planets alone or with friends to take on wave after wave of enemy combatants. You will steal the body parts of your fallen adversaries to harness their abilities for varied gameplay. Swap Meet Early Access will release around October of 2025 for PC on Steam. And I think that at the end of the day, this answers the age-old question of like, what if I had another leg? Or like, what if I just stole someone's arm? And when I'm watching this, I can't help but wonder, like, is this what like Craigslist is like? It's like, man, I'm gonna steal your kidney. Craigslist ads, just come to this hotel, we'll steal your kidney. In this game, they're like literally give me your kidneys. I need to win this battle. And that's what we're seeing here. Or it's like Rocket Raccoon. One of the jokes in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's always like, oh, can you get me that dude's leg? You're literally doing that in this game. I also dig the fact that like the graphic wise and the gameplay wise, it reminds me of like old school Doom and maybe even a little bit of Serious Sam. Again, super dope. Want to play this. And I like the idea that like you can customize, like, hey, I blew up a shark. I'm going to take their torso and put it on me. This guy's got a gun. This guy's got a sword. Swap meet. Looks dope. It's coming out in October of 2025 for PC. Hopefully we'll see it come to console sometime soon. But at least for the time being, definitely check this one out. Looks very, very cool. But anyway, those are the games that I thought looked cool this week. I think the trailers look really cool. Those are the 3 games in between Swap Meet. We also had another game called Duckside and then Supercar Collection. So a little bit of a variation there. Kind of a cool little group of games. But if there was another trailer that dropped that you think we should cover in next week's episode, or a trailer of a game that you think we're completely sleeping on, put it down below. If you're a developer working on a game and you want us to shine some light and spotlight your game here on the show, obviously keep us involved. And I think it's time we dive into the big story. There's a big story going on this week. Obviously, we can't ignore it any longer. And let's talk about it. Because PlayStation held their latest state of play this week. And good news was, it wasn't 20 minutes of Foam Stars, right? Sounds like Foam Stars is finally dying off, and I am here for that. But instead, we got something truly iconic. The official gameplay deep dive trailer for 007 First Light, and I'm here for it. And I know a lot of you are like, Brian, do we really need another 007 game? And the answer to that question is obviously yes. Why would you even be asking that, right? We get a brand new Spider-Man reboot every 3 years, and we get a brand new Batman reboot every single decade. It's time that we get a new James Bond game, and I think that this game definitely deserves some praise. Now, if you're not aware of what this game is, it's being developed by IO Interactive, the creators of Hitman. And I think it kind of makes sense because essentially like Agent 47 has always been the pseudo James Bond. He's just got less hair and doesn't drink martinis as much and doesn't have like super cool gadgets. But, you know, the idea of taking the world of James Bond and draping it over the Hitman franchise, I think is a super cool concept, and it's clearly shining here. Let's pull up the trailer a little more full screen so you guys can kind of see it from that perspective. But now, the twist here is that this isn't James Bond, who we all know from like a Daniel Craig perspective, right? This is Baby's first MI6 mission. This is James Bond's origin story. He's young, he's untested, he's reckless, and we have to assume that he hasn't even figured out how to like order a martini yet in this game, which that would be a very interesting mission that he's like, hey, what are you doing this time? Go order a martini and get it shaken, not stirred. And look, again, I think what's cool about this is when we found out that IO Interactive was making a James Bond video game, a lot of people were wondering, like, is this going to be kind of IO Interactive style of gameplay, or is this going to be Uncharted? Is this very much going to be like an Uncharted style video game where you're going to be punchy and parkour, or is it what we've come to expect with Hitman? And based off the trailer and the gameplay that we saw this week, I think that this is the perfect blend between Hitman and James Bond, and it's kind of creating its own style of game, because even off this gameplay, yes, it shows hints of, you know, Hitman, but at the same time, it doesn't look like GoldenEye. It doesn't look like any of the traditional style James Bond video games, and I think that's cool because it's coming out as a game that offers like some super solid potential to be maybe game of the year next year, which is saying a lot because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year, so saying this game's going to be game of the year, that's a stupid thing for me to say on the show. But let's be real. I've said stupider things on this channel, and I think you should just all be ready for this. But yeah, this trailer, I loved it. Like, the trailer was loaded with a ton of content. There was a lot of situational awareness in the studio where, like, you've got to go throughout these maps and check your surroundings to solve puzzles. You know, turn this sprinkler on to distract this guard. Burn this pile of leaves to create a distraction. There's tons of stealth mechanics that obviously we should clearly expect from like the studio that made Hitman. And then you had dope gadgets of like laser watches, EMP grenades, poison darts, and obviously guns. And then car chases, right? Big part of this trailer was like a car chase where you're going down hills. There's fight scenes. At one point, Bond is like chasing this plane, and he's like on the steps for the plane, and he's like going down, kind of like Liar Liar when Jim Carrey's standing on the stairs and he's trying to like pull over the plane. They pulled that off in this trailer perfectly, and they captured exactly what it meant to make a James Bond game, and I think this, again, deserves a lot of praise. Now, IO Interactive has confirmed that these are some of the largest missions they've ever built as a studio, which means you have way more sneaking, way more stealth, and obviously way more chances to completely blow the entire thing just by not realizing like there's a guard standing next to you 2 feet away, which, let's be real, that's how these Hitman games always go. I'm going to play this game, I'm going to have all intentions to be like, I'm going to be a sneaky snake, but then like, oh shoot, there's a guard watching me. I probably shouldn't have choked out that maid, but again, that's what you can expect from this game. Now, if you jump over to the internet a little bit, you're going to kind of see some mixed reactions, but the majority of the internet are singing praises about this game. Over on Reddit, you have comments where people were saying, this is just a Hitman game with a tuxedo, and honestly, that sounds like the best game pitch ever. Another person compared the hand-to-hand combat that we saw in the trailer to John Wick, which is perfect because nothing says suave British swai like double tapping a henchman in a nightclub. And of course, other users noticed some frame drops, and let's be real, gamers are so obsessed with frame drops and performances, and if it drops below 60 frames per second, obviously, we cannot touch this game anymore. And look, I mean, I just have to say, this is where I think video games have completely lost their course, or at least video game media has completely lost its course, because when you're watching this trailer, never once did I watch this trailer and think, oh, you see that megapixel? The megapixels, they're pixelating around James Bond's left buttocks cheek. That is completely unacceptable for a next generation game. Like, this game looks incredible. There's skydiving moments where they're dodging items. There's scenes where he's like shooting up things left and right. And again, I don't understand how you can watch this and not be impressed by what IO Interactive's trying to create. And yes, there might be some graphical issues. And yes, there might be some concerns over overall gameplay. And maybe there's like patch issues that have to be taken care of at the development of the game. But what I'm watching here, I want to play this game. I'm sold. I think this game looks super cool. I think it looks incredible. And I think that IO Interactive has knocked this out of the park because the game is launching next year. It's not launching this fall, but the footage we're seeing here, the game looks ready to launch. And I would play this today in its current state. So you give it a couple more months. You give it a couple more, I think we're in March, so they have 6 more months until this game releases. This game should be very incredible to play when the game launches. Now, other internet reactions over on Twitter, the vibe was super positive. People are calling the Bond game that we've been waiting for since GoldenEye. Yeah, a lot of people were like, yeah, this is the Bond game that we've been waiting for. GoldenEye was so long ago, and finally we got a good game since GoldenEye, which is kind of crazy. Very crazy comment to make because, like, yes, GoldenEye was a fantastic video game, but that game came out like 17 years ago. And to say that we haven't got another good Bond video game is very, very, very tough. Like, we've had 13 Bond games since GoldenEye. And yes, while we did have like 007 Racing, which is not the best game ever made, but there were also very good games. Are we supposed to pretend that like Agent Under Fire wasn't a good video game? The World Is Not Enough, that's not a good video game? We're just supposed to pretend that those are bad video games just because GoldenEye is so like, no, we've gotten other good video games. And I think what's kind of cool is all of the James Bond games up to today have always been that shooty first-person shooter kind of experience where it's like very much GoldenEye. And what we're seeing here with 007 First Light is very much like a completely different introduction to the James Bond franchise. But it's like, hey, you get to be Bond. Yes, that's not your face on James Bond, right? But hey, you get to control how you do these missions. You can go in stealthily if you want to, or you can go in guns a-blazing and just completely kill everybody on the mission. It's completely up to you. You get to determine the James Bond that you're going to be. But I guess this is a good point to turn it to you, chat. What do you guys think? I mean, does this look promising? Do you guys think this looks cool? Do you think the internet's right to be like, nothing will ever top GoldenEye? Or do you think that 007 First Light could potentially surpass GoldenEye as far as quality goes? The other interesting question for here is like, if we were to talk about like Mount Rushmores, like Mount Rushmores of 007 James Bond video games, obviously you're putting GoldenEye up there, right? I would put Agent Under Fire next to it, and then I would also do Everything or Nothing, and then maybe Nightfire. Those would be my 4. I think those would be my 4 James Bond games up there. And then once this game launches, who knows? Maybe this will be on my Mount Rushmore. Maybe we'll throw up a 5th game on Mount Rushmore and completely just set the internet on fire. But yeah, I think this game looks super promising. I want to play it. And I'm a little bummed it's not Pierce Brosnan, because Pierce Brosnan obviously is the best James Bond ever. Anyone in the comment section that says, oh, it's supposed to be Sean Connery, you should donate money right now for showing how old you were. Because yeah, Sean Connery was good, but man, he's an old Bond. But I will say, I've always loved Bond. When I was like 5 years old or 8 years old, one of those ages, my mom bought me a suit after I watched GoldenEye. And we went out for like Easter dinner, right? And I was wearing my suit at dinner, and the waitress came over and she's like, can I get you anything? And I was like, I'll have a martini, shaken, not stirred. And the waitress was like, how about apple juice? We'll get you an apple juice. I was enamored by Bond and just wanted to be this suit-wearing, demure kind of person. And I don't know. I've always been fascinated by him. But yeah, I love everything I'm seeing here with this video game. I think it looks super cool. I think that they have clearly knocked it out of the park as far as the development of the game goes. And 007 First Light, it's shaping up to be the perfect blend of stealth, action, and its cinematic spectacle. It launches on March 27th of 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and the Nintendo Switch 2, which look, okay, Nintendo fans, you're getting some love there. The new James Bond game will be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on March 27th, 2026. The world is not against you, Nintendo fans. Just remember that. But, yeah, I think this looks amazing. I think the game sounds amazing. And now it's becoming portable, where you can take James Bond on the go, making the Nintendo Switch that much cooler. And sure, the game stutters a little bit, okay? But James Bond can survive henchmen's with metal teeth. He can drive cars onto planes and survive skydiving with no parachutes. I think we can handle a couple pixels and frame drops. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I am interested to hear what you have to say on this. Is this going to be the golden age of James Bond video games? Do you think that people are overhyped or overreacting to some of the drama? Do you think that, the graphics comparisons and some of the things that are going on, people are just overreacting here? Or do you think this is just like another Hitman video game where this is clearly just Agent 47 cosplaying at James Bond? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Really looking forward to diving into that. And now moving on from 007 First Light, I think it is very kind of clear. It is time to talk about our game of the week. This week's game of the week is Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm very excited to jump back into this. So as we get the console ready, as we get the game ready, let's go ahead and run the promo, my friends.
I can't believe what I am looking at.
Chat, did you see that?
This is the greatest game ever.
I love this game so much.
How am I just now hearing about this?
You all have to check this out.
This is incredible.
This is the game of the week.
Game of the week.
All right. Gameplay footage is shrunk. Look at that. Let's get that fixed. You guys can clearly see how everything is put together. We got to fix the stream. It's all crashing. This all looks terrible. Oh no. This is why we should film this show, not do it live, because then you get to see stuff like this. Fix it. I don't know why it's in 480. Why are you capturing in 480? That is bonkers. Configure video, is that a thing? 1 second, my friends, as we figure this out. That is weird. Very weird. Let's go full screen while we wait and get this determined as what's going on here. Wild. Let's try this again. Gameplay. We might just have to go with this. I understand that looks ugly, but I don't know why it's filming in 480. That's extremely weird to me. But yeah, so this is actually going to be kind of the game. This is what you're looking at here. This is going to be a Metroidvania style video game. So it's going to be very hacky slashy. You're going to be kind of going from left to right. And the idea is that you play as the Hornet here. And you're essentially the sidekick from the first game. And you can fight, you can splash, you can jump, you can go throughout the entire mission. And you're going to be exploring this area. Now, obviously, you got your life up in the top corner. I don't think you guys can see it just due to the frames. But you're climbing through, going through all these different battles, and then having fun. At the end of the day, that's all that's important here. I'm very thrown off by the fact... Oh! I almost died. I wasn't paying attention. I was distracted by the 480p. I apologize. I don't know what is going on. This is our second week streaming, so my apologies for that one. But yeah, so you're going to jump, kind of go through here, jump from platform to platform. I'm going to try to see if I can get these things off the ceiling. Okay. Did it do anything for me? Nope. Obviously, we'll fight this thing. Get some shield shards, if possible. Alright. I'm assuming water kills me. I don't want to test it, because we're playing this game on stream. 0 deaths so far. We died a lot last week when we were playing Helldivers, and this week I'd like to actually show you that I'm a real gamer, and that's my goal. So then you got these, so you'll notice like each enemy obviously has like a different combat. So you can fight, and then I can get my health back by binding. Cool. Now I'm a little more comfortable. I can feel like I'm not going to die. So let's see what else we got going in. Oh, we got another's. Move! Got it. Cool. We got 2 of them down here. I think I just took some damage unnecessarily. Did not mean to heal myself. That was probably a waste. Somebody in the comment section is like, "What are you doing? Why are you showing yourself? Like, why are you wasting your health?" Hey, bud. I'm trying to learn. Ooh, I fell. Oh, he's coming after me. Cool. Okay, fight. Dead. You guys want to throw some real enemies at me? Huh? As I say that, I'm gonna like walk into a boss fight and just get wrecked. I got a mossberry. Is this the way I came in? No, I didn't. I came over water, right? Oh! I called it. Boss fight. Let's go! Fight him. Oh no. I'm walking slowly. Shout out to everybody watching over on TikTok also. If you haven't done so already, definitely hit that follow button over on TikTok. We try to post videos as much as possible and clips of our main show. We really appreciate you hanging out on the live stream and watching us play our game of the week. Hollow Knight. Silk Song. I will say I'm doing significantly better than I was on the first time I played Hollow Knight. First time I played Hollow Knight, I definitely rage quit. And I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody at Rooster Teeth I was texting with. And I was like, I don't understand how this game is supposed to be enjoyable. I keep dying, and I'm at a loss for words. And I think their response was like, get good. Like, you just need to get better with video games. Which is fair. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. One more hit. Boom. Boom. Don't mess with me. I am the Hollow Knight now. Have you guys played this game yet? Oh no! Oh. Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Also, I'm still thrown off by the fact that it's 480. Like, why are we capturing in 480? What is going on? Anyone who's a live streamer know how to fix that? Do I put it as custom? Does that fix it? Close? Hello? Hello? Nope, definitely did not fix it. That's so weird. It is literally... Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. I lost the feed. It's always great when like you work all the kinks out off stream, and then it's like, hey, you want to fix the kinks on stream in front of everybody that's watching you right now? But that's the fun part of live streaming, is you get to see that how non-perfect this stream can be. All right, what are you giving me here? These are dev tools. I don't need this. Okay, exit. All right, whoa, there we go. We fixed it. Look at that. Bear with me, my friends. We are gonna fix this stream so that way you can see the full thing. You can also see our overlay and how we're literally doing this. If someone thinks of a better way to create this stream versus the overlays that we're doing, please let me know. I think it would be super cool to get some feedback on better ways to stream and better ways to kind of capture this. But anyway, as we were mentioning, this is Hollow Knight. What's up, Ratcast? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are now live, playing the game for real. And, cool. We're here. So, let's get up top. Hopefully that enemy didn't respawn. Again, felt. Am I supposed to? I think I'm supposed to go that way. I'm just guessing. Oh, gotcha. Come on, one more. Boom. Huh. Huh. Oh, God. I died. Oh, I didn't die. Okay, that was just I got hurt. I do have to say, the game does not really tell you, like, where to go. I'm literally just wandering and hoping I'm headed to the right area. I can't reach that right now. Maybe we'll get to it next time. You don't play road games? Oh, okay. Play survival games? Is that what you're going for? Or what's your go-to game? Oh, we're getting summoned by the darkness again. Darkness is heavy. Oh, it's holding us down. Oh. Get up, Hornet. What is kind of cool about this game is that the first Hollow Knight game came out in 2017. So we're what? 8 years since the original? So this game is finally out. Kind of cool. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this game for a long time. One of my favorite comments that we get in the comment section is like, "Oh, cool news, but when's Hollow Knight coming out?" As if I'm the one that's like delaying Hollow Knight. You know, it always makes me laugh. It's like, yep. Hey man, if I could get Hollow Knight out for you, I would. Oh, watch out for the rocks. Dip. Watch out for the rocks. Let's go. Whoa, watch out for that stinger. I am gonna just say I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Watch out for the rocks. Oh. Alright, let's watch. Oh, goodness. Okay. Can I jump over her thing? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Let's just be patient. Watch, duck, slash. We won our first boss fight. Let's go. Oh no, she's still alive. Got way too cocky. Too confident on that one. Watch out for the falling rocks. Ma'am, if you keep hitting me while I'm healing, we're gonna have a massive issue. Oh, did I just die? No! I got way too cocky. I thought we won. Sure enough, we did not. We did not win. We died. On stream, as a loser, in front of the entire internet. I'm gonna beat her this time, though. I'm gonna win this. I'm confident. Take her out. Where you at? Where you at? Come on, mother. The Moss Mother. That's what they used to call my girlfriend. The Moss Mother. of Greenwich. Oh, you coconut. Hiya! Come on. I got you. We can do this all day. We just play hopscotch. That's all we do. I do think it's extremely dirty that she takes those hits when I'm trying to heal. But I guess like it makes sense if you're a boss, you're not gonna. All right, let's focus. Come on, that had to be it. That had to be it. Moss Mother is completed. Whoo! We beat her. That was a victory. Am I supposed to like? Oh, I can climb it. We defeated the Moss Mother. Next stop. Who's gonna be our next enemy? We're gonna fight a spider. Cockroach. Who's it gonna be? What? I legit thought the stream just canceled. Like the camera went black and I was like, oh no. Up with you. Up. I won't have you dying on my floor. He was just hitting me. He was smacking me. Ooh, he's a chapel maid. Or they're a chapel maid. I shouldn't answer their gender. They are a chapel maid. Not reading this. My wife tells me all the time I don't know how to read, but I make up my own story. I know that one's name's Hornet, but we're going to call him Ishmael. And then the chamberman's name is Chaperone. And this is where Ishmael and Chaperone get married. And they have children called the Silk Songs, who go on to tour the country, and they sell concert after concert after concerts, making tons of money and retiring happily, living together as a family like the Von Trapps, touring. So do I go back underground? Ooh. Let's check this one out. I always say in video, oh gosh, I just dropped super far. Let's keep dropping. Wait, that's where I started? This is where I started. What the? I gotta go all the way. Oh, come on. I was supposed to talk to Chapel Roan, wasn't I? Alright, we're gonna find an easier way to get back to Chapel Roan. Get out of here. Hey, we just found out we can get in the water. That's kind of cool. We don't die in the water. You learned that here on the Nerf report, my friends. In Silk Song, you do not die when you touch the water. You only become stronger. Which I also think is a Katy Perry song. What doesn't kill you makes us strong. That's a Katy Perry song, right? I don't know if he sings that. Alright, let's get back to Chapel Roan. Just clearing out house real quick. Get this bug out of my face. Excuse me. How dare you? Extremely disrespectful. Okay. Let's get serious. Let's not fall. I feel like we run the risk of playing video games on stream and people are like, oh my god, he's so bad at video games. Why do we listen to anything that he has to say about new games and takes and opinions? Oh god. Oh god. Second death of the stream. Not my proudest moment. Oh! I should have just died to begin with because it brought me back to Chaperone. Big win. Let's go. You bear your blade well, Hunter. Thank you, Chapel. And you skill, no doubt. So I don't mean any unkindness when I say you still seem a little frail. Thank you, Chapel. Nice compliment. Long time ago, I was a long time spent captive, bound by the skulls. What? Oh, seals. I swear I know how to read, guys. And I swear I know how to talk. But I'm not doing a very good job of selling people on the fact that I know how to read. I'm making it like, they're like, man, this guy on stream barely can play video games without dying. But at the same time, can't even read. Can't even read what the character's saying. So I guess I'm confused. Do I drop back down? Is that what I'm supposed to do? It's our game of the week. I probably should know what we're supposed to do. We already went in here. Let's keep exploring this cavern. See if we find anything cool. Maybe some hidden treasure, some weapons. Not what we needed. That's a rest spot. We know what that is. I guess we do go back to Chapel Roan. We'll just ask her, you know, how do you get to the Pink Pony Club? What do we keep doing? Ascend. Oh my god. You guys didn't see that. Cancel that from the stream. We're going to clip that out. That was extremely embarrassing. In my own lands, some may have once seen me, so in this place, strength sapped to just another traveler. Oh, a traveler, but still something more. I can see it now, of course, that focus. Did those veiled bugs realize who they snared? Perhaps it is they who should be worried, eh? Okay, so Chapel Roan, you're doing nothing for me. We're gonna go off and maybe find a new friend. Maybe some new weapons. I say we go back to where this hole was and jump over it. Not go in the hole. Okay. Jump over the hole. Keep exploring to our right. What's over here? Hello! Bone Bottom. Yeah. We just discovered a new city. So chat, welcome to Bone Bottom. We're off. We're a very awesome gamer. I'm showing you how to play this game at the best form. This is Bone Bottom. It's a good rest point. This character right here, they're going to say that he's a pilgrim, but his name is actually Shelby. I'm not a pilgrim. Nope, their name is Shelby. 100% Shelby. So keep exploring, keep exploring. Of course, whenever a building offers you to enter the building, you always go in the building. You never just don't go in there. Oh. This is Shelby's cousin, Rose. You come to hide down here too? 'Tis a fearful world out there. If you can keep quiet, I don't mind you joining me. You've chosen a curious place to rest, ma'am. The Pits of Bell. Nice. Structure around it. They suggest a station for travel, though. One long abandoned. Hey, rumors in the camp say these bells run throughout the lands, great veins through them. Forged by an ancient kin, and some even say bugs used to travel through them in gilded carriages. Surely such fanciful travel should be a sin for us pilgrims. We must walk and climb, crawl using our own meager claws. Only thus we can prove our devotion. Done. Let me go through here. Where are the bells? Okay. Are we supposed to hit the bells? Bring out the pipes. This pilgrim's lost it. Definitely not what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, let's go back to the Bone Bottom Village. See, there's an arrow pointing us this way. Another person that wants to talk to us. We're a very popular character.
Oh, traveler, destined for the Citadel, yes? Well, before you embark, won't you stop and make trade with an old pilgrim? My name is Peb. I see your wares, madam, though I fear I have nothing worthy. Oh, worthy not. If you lack fine goods to trade, we can barter still. In the devout land, we deal in the currency of faith. Rosaries, those finely carved beads of prayer. If you will only share some with me, I will trade you something later.
Hey, guess what? We got no rosaries. Like I told you, we have nothing to trade with you. Peb? What is this you're building, sir? A sign of some kind.
Hey, you're a sharp bug. A wish wall. It's past time this old camp had one. As a resident fixer, I've taken it upon myself to sort it out. They're a popular thing about Farloom. Wish walls. Useful, too. So many prayers left unanswered. Gives him a place to go.
For the village fixer, I gotta tell you, you're doing a terrible job because this village looks like kids are watching, so I can't say, but villagers, I am your king. Worship me. All right. What's in here? Is this the next section that we're supposed to explore? Another enemy? Let's go! Hiya! Alright, chat. I'm going to show you a little secret here. So you get to this point, and a lot of you probably don't get it. But the idea is the next thing you got to do is jump from this spot to right here, to this ledge. And when you make it to this ledge, you might think there's nothing else for you to do here, but the next step is to jump here and climb up. And then from here, you might say, oh, let me climb up to this ledge, which is right. But don't forget, there's something on the ceiling there. And then you jump over. Not like that. Not like that. It's easy to make that mistake. Jump to this ledge. So you jump from here to here. And then you might think, oh, I'll just drop to the bottom. No. Keep going. Jump across. You can destroy this thing over here. I don't know what that is, but you can destroy it and kill it and almost die. 100% what you can do on this weekend. Alright. And then we can drop down here, break some bones. And of course we got another flight one. Oh, you. Oh, goodness. Is this another boss fight? What? Oh, goodness. Attack it from behind. Wow. We are going to die 3 times on stream. Calling it right now. Got him. Oh, that's a big boy. Who is the one who beats your friend? Grandpa. Who is the one that clears the caves? Grandpa. Hit that switch. I don't know where it takes me. We'll find out. Because I am the Hollow Knight. Hello, I've rescued you.
Hoy, did you see it, Red Maiden?
Oh, I'm a girl. Oh, I'm a girl. I guess it makes sense. I'm wearing a dress.
The Great Gate heard my song, and in its infinite and ancient kindness, it opened a way.
Did not finish reading. Who hit the next button? It was me.
What luck for us to meet at this moment. We can set off on the great road together. Or perhaps I'll tarry here for a little longer. I want to sing a song of gratitude to this noble gate. I am Sherma, by the way. I just gave you an entire soliloquy of my life and why I'm so important. I failed to mention my name. My name is Sherma. Just another humble pilgrim like yourself. We are nothing alike, Sherma. Get that straight. If you ever need assistance on the road ahead, sing out my name, and I will sure to be find you. Me and my lucky chime are at your service. Say her name and she appears. I believe in Sherma. I believe in Sherma. Okay, let's continue down the cave. I just broke that and it regrew. Up, up. We already went this way. Let's continue back this way. We met Sherma. Oh, she's gone. Sherma, where are you? Oh, are those the beads I'm supposed to get? Oh, my rosaries. Let's go. Who's gonna trade in the rosary? Grandpa. Who's gonna get the key? Grandpa. More rosaries. Let's go, dude. We're gonna get so much merch out of the stand. What is that? Inspect. Inset rosaries. I don't have enough. I only have 28. Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know where I could find 2 more rosaries? You are blessed to walk the foundations of Farloom. Humble yourself before the shells of those who gave their lives to hold our kingdom's weight. I need 2 more rosaries, please. Oh, there they are. 1, 2. Come on. Let's go. All right, inspect. Yes, insert the rosaries. I thought I was going to ask me for more rosaries. It's like, thank you for the rosaries. Kindly give us more. Got all 3. Let's go. Boss fight. I'm calling it. The Morrow. This is a dope looking level. Lava instantly kills you, chat. I dove into the lava to show you that it kills you. I don't want you making the same mistakes as me. So when you're playing this game, don't go into the lava. Lava hurts. You will die. Alright? Also, always remember to heal. Look out for these chubby ones. They look cute and innocent, but they will hurt you. Just like in real life. The chubby ones always hurt you. Whoa! Little shortcut. Oh, big boy, big boy, big boy! Get out of here. You didn't know? The Hollow Knight's here. Get out of here. I don't know what difficulty I'm playing on, but it feels very easy. Just knock down all these, like, effigies. Someone spent so much time building them, and we're just gonna get rid of them. Oh, chat, you see that destroyed? Hey! Again. Chubby. So, chat, I just wanted to prove you can die in this game. Enemies will hurt you. Enemies will make you cry. It's normal to cry in video games, okay? It doesn't make you less of a gamer if you cry. In fact, I would argue, if you haven't cried while playing a video game, what are you doing? Maybe you're playing games wrong. Maybe you're not using the controller correctly. Maybe you're licking the controller versus actually playing. Maybe you should be playing more difficult video games, challenging yourself. Oh, I was going to say, if I died from that guy again, we were going to have a massive issue because I was about to throw my controller.
Up. Here's where we died. That's kind of cool. It's like all your stuff's there. It's actually really cool. I like that they like, it's not saving progress, but it's kind of like saving progress. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Gah! I came back from the dead for you. I was waiting for you out front all day. I was waiting for you at the front door. Oh, come on. Boom. Did I die? How did I die? Pull the tape. I don't think I died. This game is... What was that, death number 4? That's okay. We're just showing the chat how to play the game and how difficult it is and how easy it is to die, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to showcase the different levels, the different enemies, some of the things you should be keeping your eye open for while playing, what not to do when playing, right? We're just trying to teach y'all, chat. Be appreciative. You're not going to get this style of gameplay anywhere else. Alana Pierce isn't going to give you that level of gameplay. Like, right? Alana would have made that jump. I'm just trying to show you different ways that, like, hey, don't speed run. You speed run a video game, what's the point? You speed run a video game. The question is, did you even play the video game? Because it's like, you spent so much money on it. You played it for a couple hours, and then you're done? No, don't speed run. Ooh! I will take something. A shard pendant. Equip tool in the crest menu while resting at a bench. Am I at a bench? I am. Oh, I'm not at a bench. Oh, like a save point. Okay. Nope. Get out of here before it's too late. Definitely too late. I almost died from the fat one again. But that's okay. Because as we covered, the fat ones always try to kill you. Always try to break your heart. What do we got over here? We got a little cave. A little spooky little cave. Oh, shh. Get out of here. Whoa! Spikes! That was dope. Did you guys see that? Oh, but I can't kill you now. Let the rock kill you. You smell what the rock is cooking? Another shard? I've got a frayed rosary string. If only there was someone who was creepy and was willing to buy rosary strings that I could sell it to. Oh, hello. Who are you? Aha! A native of the fiery lowlands approach. Have no fear, my friend. We fleas are but humble travelers. Well met, sir. Oh, sorry, it's a girl. Well met, sir. Though, like you, I'm not of these lands. I am merely journeying, though. Oho! A kindred spirit! It's good luck for wanderers to meet one for path. And now that we have met, no, I am the flea master, Mushka, leader of the Caroline. Our own journey has barely begun, but you are most welcome to tarry here for a while, stranger. Where ways are dark and winding, good bogs must stay together close. Oh, is this a bench? Finally, we get to attach the gems. Uncut gems, right? Where we at? Silk. Is this not a bench? There we go. Equipped. I don't know what that just did. Probably should read that. Crude trinket worn by collectors and crafters allows one to collect more shell shards from defeated enemies. Oh. I meant to do that. because I wanted to show you that in game, you should always be paying attention to where you're going and where your feet are. Drop down. See, it feels like there's danger down below. And we died. We died. But anyway, yeah, this is Silk Song. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Obviously, it's our game of the week. It is a roguelike. I suck at these games. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, hopefully that gave you an idea of what the game is and how expandable it is. Obviously, this is literally just the first couple levels. But in the comment section down below, please let me know your thoughts. Have you played Silk Song? Are you picking it up? Are you a fan of roguelites? What was I doing wrong? Did you appreciate my tips? As always, I appreciate that. And my friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your grandma, and always, please do remember, keep your controllers charged at all times. Until next time, my friends, we will see you in the next video.